What is going on, everybody? It's your boy Jay Cuss, the Great Hero Man Escape, with another My Hero Academia review. The high deep blue sky or something in that nature. But let's dive into it. Pretty much episode starts off where it pretty much left off last episode. Shigaraki being on top, which is unheard of. But yeah, he's now in charge of the Liberation Army. He renamed it to the Paranormal Liberation Patrol or something in that nature. I can't really fully remember. But like as everyone around is celebrating, Hawks is in the midst, and he's like, "Oh no, I'm too late. It's already started." He was like, "I thought I had more time. This, and this." And then he has a flashback where he gives up. Like, I'm not sure what happened, but apparently Hawks beat Best Jeanist and kidnapped him and gave him to Dabi as like a trust of good faith or something like that. So, you know, he's like, you know, I need to let everyone know this, and this. He was like, but wait, I need to stop and think about it because there's still backers. We need to like follow this all the way to the end, and then we can do that. And then, like, as he's out there in the crowd introducing himself, because, I mean, he's a hero, technically, he's been on the news and everything, so everyone knows him. And everyone's like, yeah, Hawks is with the Liberation, yeah. And Dabi walks up to him, he's like, why are you smiling? And Hawks is like, yeah, you just introduced me to everybody, you know, it's a good day and stuff like that. So, they walk off, and Hawks is in his mind, he's like, I need to get this information out and get to the bottom of this as fast as possible. So, after that, it cuts to Shigaraki and the doctor. And the doctor was like, pretty much Shigaraki has pretty much, how would I say, evolved his quirk in that last fight to where not only does his quirk decays what he touches, but it decays what it is attached to. So if he touches, so how would the best way to put this? So if he's decaying a blanket and you're holding the other end of the blanket, the decay is just gonna keep spreading, even after you let go of the blanket. So yeah. So yeah. Then he's Shigaraki was asking like, how long is it going to take? How long is the process going to be? This, and this. And the doctor turned around and was like, you're like a kid waiting on Christmas. And pretty much the doctor explained that All For One helped him come up with the theory, not theory, but the working, helped him on his project Quark Singularity, pretty much adding the quark into one and stockpiling and stuff like that. Pretty much with one for all is. So then he said something, he was like, you know, he's like, this process is gonna be 4 months of hellish pain, but once you come out, you're gonna pretty much have the powers of All For One, and then you can go for the powers of, not powers of All For One, powers of all, no, is it All For One? It is All For One. He's like, pretty much you're gonna have the powers for All For One, and then you can go after the powers for One For All. And he was like, what? And he was like, yeah, you know, that was pretty much the power that he that got away, that he didn't want to get away. Cut the intro. Then after it cuts the intro, it goes to the students. Pretty much all the students are united again after their work study and everything like that over the holidays. So it shows Naval Laser coming up with a new form. So instead of just shooting laser beams, he's actually focusing it into like a saber, which is kind of funny because, yeah. So he's going through cutting up, and then the invisible chick, which I stay forgetting she's there because you don't see her. So they do a tag team on when Naval Laser like goes to shoot a beam, and since she's like invisible, she's learning to reflect light because her body automatically does that. So he shoots the laser, she bends the light of the laser, and it curves and hits the enemy. Then Pinky she came up with Acid Man, pretty much engulfing her whole body in her acid and just attacking people. And then it just shows like everyone and their improvement and everything like that. And then it gets, obviously it goes down the list, and it goes to Bakugo and Todoroki, and they're picking up their speed and everything like that as they were taught. And then it goes to Deku, and Deku finally learns to master Black Whip, because what he does, he jumps in the air, lets loose Black Whip, he grabs, first of all, funniest thing ever. Funniest thing ever. I keep forgetting about funny moments and stuff like this. So when the episode really kicks off, there's robots, the training robots that they normally have. But the robots are like, we are from Skynet, and I was like, Terminator references in My Hero? That's gorgeous. Like, it's like some of the funniest stuff I've seen. Like, I love the fact that they reference so many different movies. Like, you can tell that the people who made My Hero love, like, movies from America and stuff from America, between the Spider-Man reference, like the fact that All Might studied in America. He said I think he said he worked with like a couple of heroes and stuff. And then the like Skynet reference. I'm like, Skynet, really? Who? Terminator? You gonna reference Terminator in anime? You got my vote. So that's no hero there. So like Deku, go back to Deku. He throws his Black Whip out, gathers all the robots, puts them in a ball, and then like kicks through them and destroys them all. And I was like, oh damn, Deku really getting the hang of this. And another funny part to me was, this was kind of messed up, was like after all the robots were destroyed, they had other robots picking up the dead robots. I was like, that is some servitude shit if I've ever seen it in my life. Like, oh my gosh. It's just funny. It was just funny. But then after that, I think it like cuts to I think it's like All Might, Bakugo, and Deku sitting down talking about their previous uses of One for All and everything of that nature. Or am I skipping something? Or... Yes, I am. I'm skipping something. So it actually cuts to Aizawa and Present Mike in like the student halls and whatnot talking, and they're talking about like the Nomus and stuff, because they found out their friend was turned into a Nomu. So Eraserhead was like, what are you gonna do when you find out, or when we get the location or whatever? And Present Mike was like, I'm gonna have a karaoke contest. I was like, that's the most threatening, non-threatening thing I've ever heard in my life. And then he pretty much asks the same thing to Aizawa, but Aizawa gets interrupted by Sun Eater and Mirio, because Yuri's quirk is actually acting funny. She like, they go in and they said like, she's like, my horn is itchy. So Aizawa goes in, you know, knows lots of power and everything like that. Then it cuts to Deku and Bakugo sitting with All Might. All Might give them praises, you know. Bakugo was like, I don't need your damn praise, pretty much. So then he hands Midoriya a book with as much information as about the previous owners of One for All as possible, except for the first and second user. Not the first, but the second and third user, my bad. And then it shows, I think he's the seventh, I can't remember, but it shows, gives details about the dude who does Black Whip, and it like does everything. And then like Deku was like, well, you know, who's like the next person we should focus on, or next quirk that should manifest? And All Might was like, my previous sensei, her power should manifest next. Her powers float. And Bakugo was such an asshole. Bakugo's like, yes, ha, I beat you already, son. With my explosion, I could float already. You still behind, son. I'm like, well, damn, nigga, the power ain't even manifested yet. Like, what the fuck? Like Bakugo just an asshole for that. But like, they go down the list and like show like the other uses that we like seen before, or like seen like highlighted and stuff like that. We've seen like image of it, but now we get to see like a clear image of each one and everything like that. So after that, I believe after talking to All Might, they go back to the dorm room and stuff, and like everyone's everyone's eating and stuff, and then like I think they said like you need to hurry up or like freshen up so you can like eat the meat. And Deku was like, okay, and jets. And Bakugo was like, you're not taking away my meat. And like Kirishima was like, you sound really like a villain right then. It's funny because then they like pretty much do the prepping and everything like that. So, and it's funny because Bakugo, I think he looked at the green onions. He was like, who the hell cut the green onions? Because they're like hanging off by a thread. And Shoto was like, I cut them. And Bakugo was like, your sister would be pissed. And he like cuts them properly. He was like, Shoto was like, wow, you're really good at that. He was like, shut up. It's just like ridiculous. So like they all have a good time and everything and sitting around, you know, joking, laughing, and everything like that. Because they haven't done it in a while since the hero study or whatnot, or the hero license program. It's the work study and stuff, sorry. So, you know, they go over everything, and like the funniest scene of Deku's like sitting there, he's happy, he's like, you know, going over stuff in his mind, and Fumikage's like, Midoriya, can you pass me the Ponzu or whatever it's called? And Deku's like looking up like in his mind, and Fumikage's like, Midoriya, Ponzu. And Midoriya's like, oh, my bad, just here. It's like the small things. It's funny. It's just super funny to me because it was it was just ridiculous. So then it cuts to All Might sitting on the bench in front of the students' dorm, and Aizawa steps out. He's like, why are you out here in this cold? All Might's like, I'm not that cold. It's not that cold. And then he pretty much goes over about how he's desired to live because, you know, he wants to pretty much make sure everything's all right, even though he's no longer a hero. And Aizawa pretty much gives him this speech of like, look, you've carried the weight of the world on your back for so long. It's time for you to let someone else carry the weight. You need to sit back, relax, and enjoy yourself. And they did a reference to Night Eye and everything like that. And All Might kind of breaks down a little bit. So after that, it cuts to Hawks pretty much talking to himself, trying to gather as much information, this, and this. He's walking through the halls of the Liberation. He's opened a room and it's like Spinner, Toga, Twice, and Mr. Compression. And he's waving at Twice, and Twice waves back. And pretty much he's saying like he needs to get as much information as possible. This. The same old that Hawk's been doing almost every episode. And then the episode. So yeah, it's not a whole lot. It's just pretty much the revelation that Shigaraki is going to be like hella powerful after these 4 months. And then the extra revelation that the students are getting stronger and gonna have to start putting them right now. So yeah, man, it was a nice little episode and everything like that. So thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for staying tuned. Stay true, stay savage, people, and I'm out. Bye.